Okay, let's have a look at the first question. So recall that two formulae are equivalent if they have the same truth values for all variable assignments, and consider the following set of formulas. So we've got 5 formulas to pick from. Okay, the first thing, identify 2 formulas in the above set of formulae that are equivalent and demonstrate their equivalence by means of a truth table. So we don't want to be here all day if we guess the wrong thing, so we want to sort of be clever and pick the right one to begin with and then do the truth table. So if you sort of look at these for a moment, it doesn't appear that any of them is De Morgan's of any others. Okay, what else can we use? Well, this one here and this one here look pretty similar. So if not P is true, they're the same. And if not P is false, then that means P is true. And then Q is the same as Q and P. Okay, it looks like these two ones are the candidates that we want to pick. This would be like an excellent way to use your reading time to sort of like quickly work out which one of these are the correct ones. So during writing time, you don't waste your time with the wrong answer. So I'm gonna guess these ones. Demonstrate the equivalence by means of a truth table. Okay, so all we got to do is crank out a truth table and show these two things are equivalent. That seems easy enough. I like to write 0 instead of 0 and 1 instead of true and false. It doesn't really matter. If you prefer trues and falses, that's okay too. This pen is no good. Let me switch. Okay, so I need the truth table for not P or Q. So let me do a column for not P so that way I don't make any mistakes. 1, 1, 0, 0. And then not P or Q. So it's going to be all these together. So 1, 1, 0, 1. We need to compute Q and P. So we just AND these two columns together. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 1. And then this column, logical, or this column. So Q and P or not P. 1, 1, 0, 1. Hey, cool, these two things match, right? This column here and this column here match. So therefore, not P or Q is equivalent to Q and P or not P. And that would be sufficient. Just the truth table and the fact that these things are the same indicate that somehow, and there you go. Okay, cool, that wasn't so bad. Next question. Identify 2 formulae in the above set of formulae that are not equivalent and demonstrate the fact that they're not the same by some variable assignment. Okay, so we've got to pick 2 things that aren't the same. Well, if I do De Morgan's on this term, I get not P and not Q. It's pretty clear these 2 things are going to be different. Whoopsies, you can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. So not P or Q is this via De Morgan's, and this and that look pretty different. So I'm going to guess those 2. And we'll prove that by a variable assignment. So we have not P or Q, not P or Q. Okay, so I need to choose a variable assignment that makes these things different. Well, if the inside of here is true, the whole thing is false. And here, if Q is true, the whole thing is true regardless of this. So I guess we can choose Q to be true, and P to be, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess I may as well make P be true as well. So then not P or Q is the same as not true or true, which is true. And then not P or Q is not true or true. True or true is true, not true is false. That's false. And true is not false. So therefore, not equivalent. That would be sufficient. Cool. Let's move on to the next question.